related to the QCTO, and that is that sometime last year, even a year ago, they began the process of re-scoping early childhood development qualifications. And the reason they're doing that is because the QCTO is taking over an oversight role of the CETAs. And in order to do that, they have to have all their systems up and running. And part of their system is having new qualifications that meet new requirements. Because essentially the QCTO is a quality assurance body. So it's going to be playing the function that the ETD CETA used to play for us. But they're hoping that it will be played in a better and more efficient and more coordinated way. So part of what they're doing is re-scoping the qualifications. What that really means is redefining the qualifications. And the ECD qualifications fit under occupational qualifications, so we fall under that. So what's currently happening is that they've started the process, and the ETD CETA is in fact in charge of that process. They've delegated that responsibility to the ETD CETA. And our feeling, as we've reported back to this group already, is that somehow we need to be part of redefining those qualifications, because we've been training the qualifications, those of us who are providers in the room, and we understand the qualifications and we know importantly where the gaps are. But also, so somehow we felt that we need to be there. We need to be influencing what those new qualifications look like. But we weren't quite sure how to do it, precisely because of this issue that we are not a mandated group. So what we decided at the last training task meeting was that we would put forward some names of people that we think could be valuable on the working group defining those qualifications, which we did. And those were circulated, I think, to everybody, and people are invited to comment and to add names to that list. An important question came up in the process of circulating those names, which is, how did you choose those people? And I think in part we didn't really think very carefully about why we were nominating these people, but I think behind it some of these criteria were sitting. That we were thinking about people who have expertise in ECD content, including particular specializations, like play inclusion, whatever, and experience in training and an understanding of qualifications and curriculum design, and experience and expertise in different contexts. I'm sure you're all aware of the issue that's been in the ECD sector for a long time, but it's not just about sector-based contexts. So that would include issues of community, but in fact also the idea that somehow teachers' voices need to be there. So that number 3 covers all of that. And then people's actual experience in training. And there was at the back of our minds some idea that somehow we needed to try and spread representation across the country. Gauteng is so often there, and Limpopo is so often not.